on this island one day.
All right, now we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. Computer just completely shut down on me. So now we're back. Let's see here. Let me get over here. Go back to, there we go. All right, so we got JBL Travel Moment coming up here, and we will play that right now. And now it is time for the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo with JBL Travel Group. JBL Travel Group is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. You can reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. And now get ready to learn something new about travel. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And this week I want to talk about how technology is starting to revolutionize the travel industry. And it's not only playing a big part in the travel industry, but it's playing a huge part in a lot of other types of businesses. I know you're familiar with artificial intelligence, or the term AI, and I know you've heard a lot about it recently on the news and on the radio, and what's happening around the world and how we're going to use this to help with a lot of different things. So I'm going to talk to you more about that in specific to the travel industry and what it's done for us. But before I do, I have to tell you a funny story. I was standing with a friend of mine just about 2 weeks ago, and he said, "Joe, I'm having a problem with my phone." And I said, "What is it? Let me see." He goes, "Every time I try to do something, this guy Al pops up." And I said, "Al, what are you talking about?" And he showed it to me. And I said, "That's not Al, that's AI." I said, "That you have an AI, artificial intelligence program built into your phone, and it's there to help you compose your text or do some research." And he goes, "What are you talking about?" He had no clue. But anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. I laughed at him the rest of the day. So anyway, artificial intelligence, it's funny because when it first came out, all the talk was it was going to replace travel agents. It was going to replace online booking engines. It was going to take over and revolutionize the travel industry. And to the contrary, it's been nothing but in addition to the service that we can provide. It helps with customer service. We have chatbots set up with, and you've seen those little chatbots pop up when you're on a website that can answer certain questions or general kinds of FAQ questions. The problem is, the person who sets that up needs to program that to answer that question. And what it does is it's actually going to save time for them having to pick up the phone and answer you if it's the same question every day. Like, hey, what are your office hours? Or what's the address of the cruise port in Miami? Those kinds of things you can answer. When's a great time to go to Aruba or Tahiti? When's the best weather? So those are great things that you could do. It doesn't eliminate the personal touch. And that's really what people thought it was going to do. And it's never going to do that. But AI has been very helpful with us in helping to plan trips, especially if they're very complex. Somebody calls you up and said, "Hey, I want to go to Rome, and then I want to go to Lake Como, and then I want to go over to Venice, and then I want to go over to the Amalfi Coast and down to Sicily." We have an AI companion on our website. We can actually go in and take a look at the best way to set up that trip so the least amount of travel is involved from point A to point B and down the road. So it's helping us in that. Then there's also the augmented and virtual reality, where we can actually provide virtual reality experiences for travelers through video and zooming in on certain areas. Then there's blockchain technology, which is actually very good because it's actually has improved the transparency and the security of online transactions. And that's one of the things that people are so afraid of using their credit card online. We process all of our credit cards through a secure, encrypted blockchain technology platform so that your payments are secure. I can go on and on with this, but let me just touch on a few more points. And if you're really interested in artificial intelligence and the way that we utilize it, give me a call at the office at any time, or drop me an email. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. The other thing you notice, when you book a flight reservation, a lot of times now they'll ask you for your credit card number for in-flight purchases. So if you want to purchase their Wi-Fi, or you're going to purchase snacks, it's contactless payment. It's already built into the system. So that's something that came around, that's very good. But so AI has been, a wonderful thing for us. We were able to, in some cases, we can offer, our vendors can offer 24/7 support. Some cases we can transact business in multiple languages. So if you've heard the rumors out there that AI was going to eliminate travel agents, it has done nothing but enhance our presence in the industry and what we can do to help you plan your next vacation. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Joe Leo with this week's JBL Travel Minute from the JBL Travel Group. Take care. Have a great day.
Thanks, Joe. You've been listening to the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo, winner of the 2024 Magellan Awards of Excellence. Each week, Joe takes you through the ins and outs of the travel industry and gives you ideas about travel that you never even thought about. If you're looking to take a trip, book a cruise, or a special event, then reach out to Joe Leo at JBL Travel Group at 732-831-5200, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. This hour of the show is brought to you by JBL Travel Group, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio, an organizer for the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise every year in May, where we go island hopping around the Caribbean. JBL Travel Company specializes in cruises and all-inclusive resorts for family vacations, group travel, destination weddings, and honeymoons for over 10 years. You should always take the Tiki Man's advice and travel with somebody you know. Reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. Make sure you check out the JBL Travel Minute every Sunday at noon on Tiki Man Radio. During Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man, you'll learn something new every week. That's JBL Travel Group, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. Goaltending services, our good friends Gypsy Travels, will take you out to the sandbars of the Florida Keys. It's time to get off the bar stools and get on another bar, a sandbar, with Gypsy Travels and GTS Charters. And now with Goaltending Services Outfitters, you can get the equipment you need, you can get the apparel you need, grab you some drinks and some souvenirs. That's Goaltending Services, the elite place to be if you're going to a sandbar or being on the water in the Florida Keys. Reach out to them today with Goaltending Services. Tell them the Tiki Man sent you. Make sure you visit the newly opened Goaltending Outfitters upstairs from the Hurricane Hole Restaurant at the dock. GTS Charters and Goaltending Outfitters. There's no better place to be in the Florida Keys. Well, I know that's right. I'll tell you, there's nothing like being out on the water in Key West. And we're back, everybody.
We're back.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but
Well, that was really strange.
it's really strange for a
Had some-
computer just to shut down like that.
In the
but,
middle of the show. But we
yeah.
are back, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, so our producer, Monica, she says, I can't find it. You got to refresh that YouTube thing,
Yeah, it wasn't the YouTube, it was us, you guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Might be time to change out the battery. I don't know if the power clicked or what, but all the other TVs out in the chocolate bar are working just fine.
The power didn't click that I know of, so I don't know.
It's probably just a computer.
Oh my goodness.
God knows we do enough updates on these things to sometimes it just shuts down. So
Yeah.
it's been a long time since that happened. Trying to think how many miles we got on this one. We bought this one
2022.
2022.
During no. We bought this one earlier than that because this was
Might be 5 years old.
it may be 5 years old because that one was during COVID.
Yeah.
2020. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool.
I know. It stinks that you have to update everything practically every 5 years, computer-wise, because A, they're so expensive,
Yeah.
and B, you have to. You really have no choice because technology just evolves so quickly.
Well, the nature of the business, Tiki Man Radio, I got to tell you, it's tough. I mean, you could probably vouch with how many hours I spend.
Oh my God, yes. I never talk to him. This is the honest to God truth. I mean, I talk to him when I make him dinner for about 5 minutes. And that's it. And he is back in his office on the radio doing updates and this and that and trying to fix with everybody else. Like, he doesn't, I mean, I probably talk to him like 5 minutes a day.
Well, throughout the week, I'm trying to get sponsors for all the shows.
Right.
So I am sending out emails, following up on emails, trying to get us a T-shirt company that, I just don't know if the T-shirt company we had lined up is going to be able to do anything since they got wiped out by a hurricane.
Yeah.
I even talked to Island J the other day, but he's now in the candle business.
Candle business.
Yeah, he's doing a business for a buddy of his, and I'm like, well, surely you know somebody else in the T-shirt business, but... So that's a process in itself. Whenever you send out all of these, emails and stuff to T-shirt companies, then you talk to them, and if you can get somebody on the phone and all that stuff, it's pretty difficult. So, it's a one-man band around here trying to get sponsors and trying to keep everybody else happy at the same time. So
yeah. Well, lucky for me, and the fact that we only talk about 5 minutes a day. Well, lucky for me,
for you, we only talk 5 minutes a day.
No, lucky for me, I'm very self-sufficient, very independent. Now, I do when he does come home, I'm like, Daddy, something broke.
Yeah.
And then he'll fix,
Last night it was a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, I was like, Danny, come help me fix this vacuum cleaner. And then he started to tear it all apart. And I said, listen, it ain't worth all that.
That's what drives me crazy.
I just thought if it was a simple fix that I couldn't figure out something. Well, today that vacuum cleaner's going in the garbage.
Well, here's the thing. The vacuum cleaner can be fixed, okay? But whenever you call somebody like me,
I know you want to take it apart and take the motor apart and everything.
I got to find out what exactly is wrong. I'm not a vacuum cleaner repairman, but I got to start the process of working our way down to figure out what the problem is.
Well,
the whole time she's saying, "Just forget it." And I'm like, "Well, what'd you call me in here for?"
Well, I thought it was something easy that maybe I missed because I had started cutting out things and, on the little roller thing. And y'all don't even want to hear all that. Yeah. But the point is, I thought maybe it was something that he could see that I could not see. But I did not want to go down a whole row of breaking everything. I mean, breaking it all down because the truth of the matter is that vacuum is old. And it needs to be retired, so it needs a new one. Because we have a lot of pet hair. We got to have a good vacuum. We got a lot of pet hair. So, anyway, long story short.
B-Man says, Michelle is always breaking something. Well, that's the way it is. Now that you've been here and spent a little time here, there's always something wrong, right?
There's always something we got to fix.
So, on top of everything going on and everything else I got going on, now, I'm also the maintenance guy around here, so... one day it could be the plumbing in the bathroom. One day it could be the hot water heater. One day it could be the garage door. The next day last night it was the vacuum cleaner. So,
Yeah.
And, so I have to stop what I'm doing and then go and try to be a vacuum cleaner repairman, which I believe I can fix the vacuum cleaner. I just got to have the time to do it,
Well, that's the whole, the point is
I can do anything.
The point is you don't have the time, and I don't want you to put that kind of effort into an old vacuum.
Yeah.
That really that was my point.
Old things are good.
Yeah, old things are good, but,
Maybe I should send it up to Canada and let the vacuum cleaner man work on it. Send it up to Moni's house and let Tom, he's the vacuum cleaner guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
But, so now we can start our likes all over again. We got 16 people watching. So if you hadn't hit the new like, go ahead and hit that because now we're on a new video because we had a major shutdown there. But
Yeah, and then Rick the Stick says, "Are you broadcasting? You're not broadcasting in the truck, are you?"
yeah, we ran through a dead spot there.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Brian, TV don't work.
When is dinner?
And when is dinner? Do you want to eat or you want me to fix the TV?
Well,
Can you do both?
well, I'm the one that cooks here, so but yeah, I was like that. I always get screwed up too because the TV needs to be replaced in the living room because it is old technology now. I mean, it's not old technology, but it's old compared to. What does Michelle say? Hang on. Our jacuzzi tub broke a few years ago. Tim worked on it for the past 2 weeks and fixed it.
Yeah.
Wow. Tonight I sit in a jacuzzi tub. Well, good for you guys.
Well, there you go. I've done that as well. The motor went out on one of the motors went out. It's got 3 on it. Remember that? So you don't even remember that, do you?
I do remember that, but it doesn't matter because you shut it off, so I can't use it. I can't use it in the summer because it's too hot, and you shut it off in the winter because it's running up the electric bill. So why do we even have this thing?
Well, contrary to popular belief, they ain't nothing getting any cheaper, and the power bill keeps going up, especially in the wintertime. So, but yeah, I had to replace the motor, which meant I had to. First of all, you got to figure out which motors were on, tore up. And then you got to find where the motor is. I had to run up to Athens to the jacuzzi place, get the motor, and then put it on. And it works fine. It's been working fine ever since.
Except that I haven't been able to use it because you shut it off in the winter and you also shut it off in the summer.
Well, listen, if it's really cold, below 30 degrees, you can go out there and jump in it. Because that's when you can bet it's on then so it won't freeze up and tear up again.
Well, all right then.
I'm just running to keep it from freezing up in this weather we got here.
Uh-huh.
Because you never know what might happen. But we did play the JBL Travel Moment. For those of you that just joined us and missed it, I'm going to play it again.
Okay, great. Let's hear
because he is a sponsor, and we got to take care of our sponsors. Let me see here.
That sounds nice, Patty. 104 all year round in that hot tub.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, there you go. Here we go. We'll play it one more time since some of you just logged back on and missed it. And now it is time for the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo with JBL Travel Group. JBL Travel Group is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. You can reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. And now get ready to learn something new about travel. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And this week, I want to talk about how technology is starting to revolutionize the travel industry. And it's not only playing a big part in the travel industry, but it's playing a huge part in a lot of other types of businesses. I know you're familiar with artificial intelligence or the term AI. And I know you've heard a lot about it recently on the news and on the radio and what's happening around the world and how we're going to use this to help with a lot of different things. So I'm going to talk to you more about that in specific to the travel industry and what it's done for us. But before I do, I have to tell you a funny story. I was standing with a friend of mine just about 2 weeks ago. And he said, Joe, I'm having a problem with my phone. And I said, what is it? Let me see. He goes, every time I try to do something, this guy Al pops up. And I said, Al, what are you talking about? And he showed it to me. And I said, that's not Al, that's AI. I said, that you have an AI, artificial intelligence program built into your phone, and it's there to help you compose your text or do some research. And he goes, what are you talking about? He had no clue. But anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. I laughed at him the rest of the day. So anyway, artificial intelligence, it's funny because when it first came out, all the talk was it was going to replace travel agents. It was going to replace online booking engines. It was going to take over and revolutionize the travel industry. And to the contrary, it's been nothing but in addition to the service that we can provide. It helps with customer service. We have chatbots set up with, and you've seen those little chatbots pop up when you're on a website that can answer certain questions or general kinds of FAQ questions. The problem is the person who sets that up needs to program that to answer that question. And what it does is it's actually going to save time for them having to pick up the phone and answer you if it's the same question every day. Like, hey, what are your office hours? Or what's the address of the cruise port in Miami? Those kinds of things you can answer. When's a great time to go to Aruba or Tahiti? When's the best weather? So those are great things that you could do. It doesn't eliminate the personal touch, and that's really what people thought it was going to do. And it's never going to do that. But AI has been very helpful with us in helping to plan trips, especially if they're very complex. Somebody calls you up and said, hey, I want to go to Rome, and then I want to go to Lake Como, and then I want to go over to Venice, and then I want to go over to the Amalfi Coast and down to Sicily. We have an AI companion on our website. We can actually go in and take a look at the best way to set up that trip so the least amount of travel is involved from point A to point B and down the road. So it's helping us in that. Then there's also the augmented and virtual reality, where we can actually provide virtual reality experiences for travelers through video and zooming in on certain areas. Then there's blockchain technology, which is actually very good because it's actually has improved the transparency and the security of online transactions. And that's one of the things that people are so afraid of, using their credit card online. We process all of our credit cards through a secure, encrypted blockchain technology platform so that your payments are secure. I can go on and on with this, but let me just touch on a few more points. And if you're really interested in artificial intelligence and the way that we utilize it, give me a call at the office at any time, or drop me an email. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. The other thing you notice, when you book a flight reservation, a lot of times now they'll ask you for your credit card number for in-flight purchases. So if you want to purchase their Wi-Fi or you're going to purchase snacks, it's contactless payment. It's already built into the system. So that's something that came around, that's very good. But so AI has been, a wonderful thing for us. We were able to, in some cases, we can offer, our vendors can offer 24/7 support. Some cases we can transact business in multiple languages. So if you've heard the rumors out there that AI was going to eliminate travel agents, it has done nothing but enhance our presence in the industry and what we can do to help you plan your next vacation. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Joe Leo with this week's JBL Travel Minute from the JBL Travel Group. Take care. Have a great day.
Thanks, Joe. You've been listening to the award-winning JBL Travel Minute with Joe Leo, winner of the 2024 Magellan Awards of Excellence. Each week, Joe takes you through the ins and outs of the travel industry and gives you ideas about travel that you never even thought about. If you're looking to take a trip, book a cruise, or a special event, then reach out to Joe Leo at JBL Travel Group at 732-831-5200, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. There you go, a double shot of JBL Travel Minute. And for those of you that missed it the first go around, that just joined us back, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And now we got all this flickering going on. So,
well, we're gonna have problems from time to time.
Apparently so. But Joe's right. I wondered about AI whenever because AI has been around for 15 years.
Well, sure.
But we have just recently, it's become so much part of our life. But I wondered how that was going to help to the travel industry, and apparently it's helping him in a lot.
Well, and it helps in my other job, too. So,
yeah,
we've been integrating that over the last year. So it's been pretty cool.
Computer's flickering again.
I know. I'm sorry, you guys. If you see the YouTube screen flicker, it flickers. It's flickering. Yes, It is.
May have to just break down, buy a new computer.
It might be time.
Yeah, but I think we got a head count for Panama City because we only got 8 passes. So we need to. We got B-Dog and Lou. Michelle and Tim. Tim's coming this year.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And Shop Patty, the Golden Girl. Golden Girl is all excited about. That's all she's talked about last weekend.
Well, the Golden Girl is always riding with us because, you know, she is so excited. And then, you know, she's got to keep us entertained on that crazy drive down there. And she's got to keep me sane as you are driving through Atlanta. Because he thinks that he's in a NASCAR race, and it scares the you-know-what out of me. So I can't take it. I about have a heart attack every 5 minutes.
Well, listen, when her and the Golden Girl go anywhere, first of all, they're gone all day, which is kind of nice. But second of all, you know, they don't go anywhere fast. We're the
Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls. The Golden Girls out on the road.
We're the Golden Girls on the road. Yeah.
Somehow, you know, you always wonder, you know, like when you...
I'll be Blanche Devereaux. On the Golden Girls.
You always notice people who, you know, you wonder, you know, it's different whenever you... It's tough being around old people at this age.
Why? Why is that?
Because all of a sudden you become one of them, right? And then you're like...
I am one of them.
You know, like you're going down the road and you're like...
Well,
where's everybody going in such a hurry?
Well, the funny thing is we're not old yet. We're not old yet. But the funny thing is that according to all of our children, we're old.
Yeah.
And our grandchildren think we're ancient.
Well, Julie said that the other day. She's like, you know, y'all become like Papa and Nana. I'm like, damn, that ain't nice.
Well, it happens. Just embrace it.
Yeah, well.
For the old folks.
Lucky to be here, I got to tell you.
We both have gray hair, so, you know.
I know. I get a haircut now, and it's just piles of white hair, and I'm like, there's something wrong with y'all's light bulbs up here.
No.
Yeah.
We both have gray hair.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And that's it.
All right. We're back. Everything is rolling right along.
We're back.
Till the quarters run out.
ride on the ferry. Well, everybody knows Key West, it is the best.
Hey, this is Key West Chris, and no matter where I am on the planet, I tune in to TikiManRadio.com and listen to Danny Lynn and the trop rock music he plays. It's outstanding.
Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. There's no need to take a toll when there's so much secondhand smoke. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. Daytime sit at the Iron Horse Saloon, and the band is baked by the middle of the afternoon. The tempos feel a bit too slow. Highland rhythm is the way to go when you smell that reefer in the air. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. There's no need to take a toll when there's so much secondhand smoke. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. On the stage last week at the Smoky Tuna, reminds me of that gig back in Laguna. I think I see a mushroom cloud rising up above the crowd. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. Loud one up for us, Steve. Marijuana, Mary Jane, ganja weed, it's all the same. Cannabis, a bag of bones, or Mr. Cleopatra Jones, lung chronic, sense of meal, Bob Marley knew it ways. This rainy day woman goes, everybody must get stoned. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air.
Must mean that Maddie's on her way.
Nobody even seems to care. Police don't make no fuss, no way. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air. There's no need to take a toll when there's so much secondhand smoke. Oh my God, there's reefer in the air.
Hey everybody, this is John Beck, and you're listening to Tiki Man Radio, the best coastal Americana radio station you can possibly listen to. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Whether you're drinking Reif Rum or rolling a fat one, nothing could be better than Tiki Man Radio.
Here's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Sundays, it's The Big Show. Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time. Streaming live on the Camys Grammy Live Cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios in Harrison Bay. Come over and be part of the show. After The Big Show, it's Tuesday on the Island Replay with B-Man and Michelle. Recorded live from Key West. Later that afternoon, it's 5 o'clock somewhere with Rick the Stick. You never know where he's going to pop up. On the Road with Rick the Stick. Starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Island Allentown every Sunday. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man, live from Crown Point, Indiana. Tuesday at noon, it's Surfs Up with Callie McCool and the student crew. Tiki Man Radio's internship from Antioch High School in California. The kids are learning how to produce and do their own show. Compliments of Tiki Man Radio. It's the Lunchbox Special with Surfs Up every Tuesday at noon, Eastern Allentown. Wednesdays, it's Where the Boots Meet the Beach with Tropical Country with B-Dog and Lou, streaming live on the MFG Tropical Live Cam from the Legends Studio in Ottawa, Tennessee, from 7 to 9 p.m. Friday, starting at 7 p.m., it's Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, live every Friday, having some fun with their friends and sharing great music. Saturdays, take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings, starting at midnight and going to noon. This is where we open up the massive archives of the radio station and take you back to that old shaggin' music. That's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Make sure you tune into all these great shows and keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and have some fun. That's right. Have some fun. And let's see here. Let me go back over here. There we go. Let's see here. Tuesday on the Island will be live from the Pint this week. So we don't have a replay this week, but to be back at the Pint, which is kind of nice when they do that.
I like it I loved going to the Pint.
Yeah.
I like the Southern.
I love their chips.
Yeah, no, they have all their food is really good, and then they have like every flavor of craft beer that you could possibly. I mean, I think it's awesome.
Well, and they don't advertise it because they don't want to get a thing, but
it's all gluten free.
It's all gluten free.
I love it.
But if they advertise it, then people are like, "Well, I'm not gonna go drink that." It's better whenever they try it, and then they're like, "Damn, this is good beer."
Well, see, now you're advertising that. Well, it's good for me anyway.
I only do it because I hear B-Man do it every once in a while. What you guys got coming up on your show this week there, B-Dog? Whoop, hold on a minute. There we go.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, all right. Tune in for that. It's going to be great.
I've been sitting out on the pond front patio smelling the reefer in the air lately.
Yeah.
All right. It's skunk mating season. That's what it is.
You're telling me. I just step out on my patio, and it's pretty bad when my dog's like.
Well, I'm glad it's skunk mating season around here.
Yes, it is.
So I didn't know till Maddie came that. So where are they from? They're
Michigan.
Michigan. So you can
Detroit, man.
You can have up to 5 plants up there.
Just like Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now here in Tennessee, we're
nothing of nothing.
We keep going backwards on everything we do.
I know that's the truth.
They're trying to They've got a meeting this week. They're trying to shut down the cannabis business.
Yep.
They had the owner of what's the name of that that owns all those cannabis places.
Are you talking about the?
I'm not sure who owns them.
No, it's
Snapdragon.
Snapdragon. He was on there yesterday, and he was trying to explain that if you cut out this part of this business,
yeah,
then all you're doing is opening up
for the illegal.
Yeah, the worst part, of the business, and then you've got people just selling things. Right now they can kind of
control it,
and educate people on what's best for them. Because people come in there and they want to try this or try that, and they say, well, let's talk about that, and so they're educating them. Without that.
And plus, what we have in Tennessee is not full-on THC anyway. It's CBD. That's what it is. It's CBD.
One day, I'm going to retire, and I'm going to grow my hair out in a ponytail like Secret Agent Man.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then I'll probably turn into Verona Corona.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, in Ohio, so I told her, they legalized it in Ohio as well. So
yeah. So they can grow a plant there?
I don't know about growing, but they have legalized as far as you can have it for medicinal and personal use. They have, you know how you have state liquor stores?
Yeah.
They actually have state cannabis stores now.
Well, see, that's the way the state of Tennessee should do it.
It's regulated and taxed, so that way that product that is coming in is safe for consumption versus people getting stuff out there on the street and getting laced with all this other stuff. So
Exactly.
they said it's safer for the public, and their state is also profiting off of it.
Yeah. For those of you that watched Breaking Bad, you know, they
Excuse me.
when they're making all that
5 plants in Maryland, she said.
plants in Maryland,
And that's where Patty and Rick
Everybody
live.
are coming around to it.
not in Tennessee.
Not
We're going to outlaw Gatorade around here.
Yeah,
Tennessee's the only place I did not realize until Josh and Chelsea was telling us, you know, Tennessee, Lynchburg, home of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
You can't drink it there.
No, you cannot.
You cannot drink it.
I'm
And
like, what?
Listen, there was a time. Okay.
Yeah,
there was a time.
it's a dry county.
Wow.
There was a time that people from Cleveland would drive all the way down here to get their liquor because it was dry up there, and I
Yeah.
think parts of Cleveland still are dry. It's crazy. It's
Well,
B-Man said he's growing him a gummy plant.
little known fact, when I first became a cop, I started working in a small town that was a dry town. And everybody started, you know, they would go next county or, you know,
Yeah.
15 miles away down to the next town, and they'd get their beer or go to the bars or whatever, and then they would drive home. After you have years and years and years, finally somebody goes, you know, we may be able to cut down on our accidents, may be able to cut down
Increase our taxes.
and all those DUI arrests, and increase our tax base if we just vote and allow alcohol into the town.
Yeah,
And,
duh.
and guess what? All three of those things came into play. They voted it in, and all those things did come into fact. That all those things did reduce.
Well, I mean, it stands to reason. Usually these towns are run by, let's say, an older establishment, and they don't want liquor sales. And what that hinders is people like Texas Roadhouse from coming in and building a restaurant. So, I'll give Fort Payne an example. Fort Payne, Alabama, was dry forever.
Oh, yeah.
And we lived on Sand Mountain in another dry community.
Yeah.
Right. But we had a bootlegger at the back of the farm. $5 a six pack.
$5 a six.
And it was worth it, so we didn't have to drive all the way to Scottsboro, or actually to at that time top of the mountain of Trenton
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
to get beer.
To get
right?
beer.
So we're paying $10 a 12 pack, but he'd only sell it by 6 pack at a time.
I know.
And six pack seemed like a lot back then.
I think it's ridiculous. All these things have been
So you just open
going
it up
on
for somebody that says, well,
thousands of years, and
I'll
it's
go
like,
get some extra beer and I'll
Good
charge you
Lord.
$5 a six pack for it.
I know there was back in the day there was this. We called him kind of like an old hermit. You know, lived out on this back country road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us kids, you could pull up out in front, and that's what he'd do. He'd be like, "You want 6, 12, or 24?"
Yeah.
And we'd be like, "I just need a 6," and he'd be like, "Hold on," and he would pull out this big old machete and take it to a case and just slice that machete through it, and then turn around and give you your cardboard container. Here's your 6.
Well, now you pull up to the farmer, right? And it's the egg farmer, right?
Yeah,
the
it's
egg
the
farmer.
egg
He's like,
farmer now.
all right, so what do you want, the brown or the white? I've also got cracked. I got cracked eggs. You can just stir it up. What do you want?
What do you want? Oh, it's all about the eggs now. I know.
That was funny. The kids came and visited us yesterday. They came and they opened up the fridge, and they're like, "Oh my God, you are egg rich. How did you get all these eggs? Shut that refrigerator door!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "We found a deal, so shh."
Man.
Unless you got
I found some at Trader
here we
Joe's.
can hide things in refrigerators in different places and people wouldn't know it.
I said,
But
"We're egg rich, damn it."
Trader Joe's, I was surprised. She brought home brown eggs yesterday, and
Actually, Lou found Eggland's Best. I think it's Eggland's Best, cheaper than the Food City brand
Oh, wow.
yesterday. So she stocked up.
Well, you know me. I got to get my organic free-range chicken eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've been scarce And not on the shelf, but I found some yesterday. I should have bought 2, but I bought one.
This keeps on. I'm afraid we're going to have chicken thieves.
Well, and then I go to Trader Joe's, and then I go to another grocery after that because some things that Danny wants is not there. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I go to 2 grocery stores. But anyway, I saw this woman. She was standing, older lady, standing in the egg aisle, and she was shaking her head. She goes, "We're going to have to get us some chickens."
Yeah.
Get us our own chickens in
We're
the
going to have to
backyard.
get us some chickens.
And she said that really loud and made me laugh.
Don't you eat that chicken?
But you know it's going to get bad when you see the panhandler standing on the side of the road saying, "We'll work for eggs."
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Well, it's crazy. Hopefully things will get better in the egg part of the world, but
Is it that way up in Canada? I was wondering, Moni and them, is the whole egg shortage thing, is that just here or is it up in Canada as well?
Well, I don't know because the bird flu is pretty widespread. So,
Well, I know. I mean, we were dealing with it kind of radically. I mean, one infected kill a whole herd. Is that something that they do up there?
I don't know.
Or do they just quarantine and wait? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think once it gets the bird flu, it's they have to
It's pretty
kill it.
bad,
because it'll infect the whole flock. Patty says in the Dominican Republic, if you steal a man's chicken, you get 12 years in prison.
Yes, you
Wow. What about that?
They're pretty serious about that chicken stealing over there in Dominican Republic.
do. When I was the first time I went over there, I don't know if they still did it, when you guys were there, but I remember chickens being tied up in the backyard like you'd tie up a dog so to make sure the thing didn't wander off.
Yeah.
There wasn't no coops. They just had like a leash and a rope around its neck.
Speaking of stealing chickens,
Speaking of stealing chickens.
I have a country story for you.
Oh, God.
My people from
Yeah.
Alabama. Okay, so my great grandfather. Apparently, the story goes, and it can get, how stories are, passed down through. But anyway.
How long is this story?
Okay, so my so they were very poor. They were very hungry. Anyway, so there was a watermelon down the road in the neighbor's farm patch, and so he thought he'd just borrow him one of them watermelons. Not that he was going to give it back.
There's hundreds of them out there.
Well, so he got himself a watermelon from the neighbor down the way.
Watermelon thief.
Yep. Well, so here comes the old farmer from there, and he comes so my great grandfather tried to jump the fence, and the other old farmer, he stabbed him in the back of the knee with a knife.
Damn.
And
over a watermelon?
Yes, over a watermelon. And so anyway, fast forward.
Damn.
Well, they never had, they didn't have hospitals or medicals, that was unheard of back then, right? So basically, the rest of his life he walked with a limp because, he had that stab wound to his knee.
Well, that'll do it. Yeah, you walk with a limp, you get stabbed in the leg with it.
In the back of the knee.
In the back of the knee.
Yeah.
You might have a limp or two the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Is that the story?
That was it.
Oh, okay. All right. I was waiting for
it. That was it.
Maddie says Costco still has 24 eggs for $10, organic too.
All right.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, she said Daddy's driving now, so John's driving now, and
That's what we need to tell Maddie. Don't forget the rum and the eggs.
that's your payment, right?
How's he driving? I thought he was doing the Reif Rum.
Yeah, how's he driving?
How's he driving?
Yeah.
Or does he just think he's driving?
Maddie is she's one of those Costco girls, that only gets gas at Costco. So that was one of her main concerns when she got here. How far is
the Costco?
Yeah.
Right, and I was like, it's just over the line.
across
It's
the
not
river.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it's on your way out of town. You'll
It
be
is.
fine.
Right.
You'll be fine. So, but
At Kirkland's best, by golly.
yeah. So yeah, but I did find out. We've been drinking. We've been forced to find another coffee to drink, and I really like this Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's Wake Up, or wait a minute, it's Trader Joe's Organic Wake Up Morning Coffee Blend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. Anyway,
It is really good. It's really good.
So I order everything from Amazon. And it's mainly, it just saves me time. And I went on there last night. I thought, well, I'll just order some.
But that's the problem. They have it marked up.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
And it was like $30 a bag, and I was like, "Holy crap! Is this what you're paying for coffee?"
No,
Because
absolutely
I'm
not.
like, we're getting ready to quit drinking coffee if you're paying $30 a bag.
You ain't quitting coffee. Yeah, I mean, that
Never
ain't
underestimate a man when he sets his mind to something.
Well,
but
I know
anyway,
that ain't happening.
but so they charge it triple on Amazon for the same coffee. If you go over to Trader Joe's, it's like $8 a bag.
That's right. But that is because Trader Joe's has their own brand. Amazon also has their own brand, which is Whole Foods.
Yeah, but that was the first time I
But
noticed
you
the
didn't
difference.
you didn't realize that. Yeah.
$8
But I said
a
that's-
bag, Trader Joe's, same website. I had them both pulled up, same coffee, $30 a bag from Amazon.
Absolutely. That's because, they're selling a
Trader
different
Joe's
brand.
like, you want to sell our coffee? Fine, but here's your cost. You know,
Yeah.
and that's probably what that boils down to.
Well, it's just like anything, if you want a DoorDash, if you look at a store's menu and then go to DoorDash and look at the same restaurant, look at the menu, there's a markup on DoorDash.
Yeah.
Because the restaurant or wherever, they are upping the prices here to compensate for what they have to pay DoorDash as of their fees. It's getting passed right along to you the whole time. So, it's just how they're making their money.
We never really did DoorDash, maybe once or twice.
No, I think we did it once.
We did it once, and it was Mexican food. And by the time we got here, it was Chinese food. But what we did do during the pandemic was we had groceries delivered.
We did, and I have since canceled that subscription. I had Instacart, which was, it was a lifesaver to me. My neighbors next door, they don't have Instacart, but they have the Walmart version of it. But they don't get theirs delivered.
They go pick it up?
They go pick it up, but. That saves Glenn and Vicky from getting out and having to go all through Walmart to do that, which he can't do. And so that's but it was a really good thing for me because
I didn't like it.
he hated it.
I'd say, you order oranges and they'd say, well, they didn't have any, so I got you a grapefruit.
And like you'd order one bunch of bananas,
And
like
they-
a
and
bunch
they bring
of
one banana.
They brought one banana. And Vicky and Glenn next door.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was-
that's true story. And
It was
Vicky and
horrible.
Glenn next door had the same problem, which is why we got the bananas last week because they ordered.
I wondered how those bananas got in the house.
It was from Vicky and Glenn. Do
I'll
you
make
know
you-
how many their Walmart order gave them? 37.
37 bananas?
Yes. And so they were like, we can't eat 37
I'll tell you
bananas.
I'll tell you what, B-Dog will make you a deal. You give me your shopping list, and I'll go grocery shopping for you, and I'll deliver it, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What? When you say
And I'll do it
bananas,
cheaper.
one stalk of bananas,
Okay, so
right? You're not talking about one banana, for God's sakes. I mean, one stalk of bananas.
right,
Well,
exactly.
it could be relative because, if you go, the bunches, if you grab a bunch, you think, okay, one bunch is 8 bananas. But sometimes you pick them up, it's 4. You pick up
Yeah.
another one, it's 6. Because there are those people out there that is peeling off one banana.
Yeah, apparently the DoorDash people or not the DoorDash, but the shopping cart people or whatever they call it. But, that's what you say to them, well, how am I supposed to know how many's tied together?
Well,
For me to say, get all 7.
well,
How am I
Julie,
supposed to know?
Julie just said that she loves groceries delivered. I used to also love them delivered, but what I ended up getting really tired of, and it was a lifesaver through the pandemic, because I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to get infected with anything. I wanted it just to come to my door and just, anyway.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a wonderful thing. But
That
then
time has passed.
But then when the pandemic was over with, then I started looking, at how much I was paying
Yeah.
versus how much I was
Yeah, how much that one
getting.
banana that was already black
And then I was like,
cost you?
yeah, okay. And so now my Saturdays are spent going out and getting the goods, So, and I may come back to that in the future. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, I can do it myself.
The damn grocery store is a mile down the road.
Well, I don't go to that grocery store. That's the problem. I go to the fancy grocery store.
The fancy grocery store.
I gotta go to the fancy, the organic grocery store.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So, there we go.
Well, yes, we're a little over today because we cheated you out of about 5 minutes there because of the glitch. Let's see here. Well, that's why I do the pickup order.
Because it doesn't cost any additional money.
Doesn't cost any additional money. Well, now maybe that's something you need to think about. It doesn't cost you anything, and instead of because here's what happens: she goes to the grocery store and she calls me.
Yeah, I'm like,
what do you want?
What do you want?
I'm here. All the food's here. What do you want? I'm like, and I'm usually knee deep in something. Yesterday, I was on a stepladder because, you can't just come down here and cut on the TVs and everything work, or cut on the light. One side of the bar lights wasn't working.
Yeah.
And I'm having to unscrew the shelf, take one shelf off, and I'm knee deep in there. She calls. I'm at the grocery store. I'm here with all the food. What do you want? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. Can't you just get something?
And I'm like,
it's not like we don't eat the same damn thing all the time.
I know, but that's the problem. I'm the one that cooks, and it's like, hey, I need to plan something.
See, I just solve problems because, I was at the grocery store, and she, because there's always that moment. We went for dinner. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? I don't know. So here's what I did. I go past the frozen food section, and I said, frozen pizzas, buy one get one free. So
there you go.
I grabbed 4 pizzas, and I come home, and she's like, "Why'd you buy all them pizzas?" And I says, "Because all them damn nights when you either don't feel like cooking, you don't know what you want, and you say,
here you go,
just." Make
pizza
whatever.
there.
I says, when you say make whatever, I'm opening that deep freeze and I'm pulling a pizza out. And once you get tired of pizzas, then you're going to tell me what you really want.
That's right. I'll show you.
My God.
In my spare time, not that I have a lot of spare time, but in my spare time, I'm looking at new recipes about stuff, and I'll even show here. Let me show you this.
Listen, he showed me the nastiest one the other day. I was like, no.
I'm trying to plant seeds in her head about things to cook, that she, can think about.
But I was even shocked at what you showed me with the tuna and the egg patty melt.
No, you take a head of cabbage, all right, and you cut the top off the head of cabbage, and then you cut out the inner part of the cabbage, and then inside of it you put ground hamburger meat or
that wasn't the
turkey
tuna one that was so unappealing looking. So and I like tuna. And
then you put just 2 or 3 eggs on top of that, and you cook it together.
Yeah.
And to me, it looked pretty damn good. But that's what I do in my spare time. Here, look at this recipe. And when you're at the grocery store next week, you might want to let's try this.
Well, here lately we're just doing I just want meat and a vegetable, but don't give me the vegetable. So just give me the meat.
Well, I can't have one.
This is what's going on.
I did. Now I'm going to have to ask. Now all the women, do not listen. I got a man.
Y'all cover your ears. Y'all cover your ears.
A man hack I did find on social media. It's like, if you want to find out what a woman wants to eat or she wants to go to eat, here's how you find that out. You just look at her and, let's say you're going to take her out to dinner.
Oh.
And you just go,
I'm taking you
out to your favorite restaurant. And you're like, and when she's like, oh my, she gets all excited. She's like, well, where are you taking me? Your favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
And she's like, my favorite restaurant? He goes, yeah. What's your favorite restaurant? And she'd be like, Texas Roadhouse. And he goes, that's exactly where I'm going.
That's where we're going. God. I've been thinking about this all day. Yeah.
So, and it goes that way if you're going to cook dinner. I'm cooking you your favorite meal. And she's like, you're making me lasagna? Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Well, every once in a while, I'll look at her and say,
And B-Man says, and that's how you get a divorce started.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you screw up and go to the wrong place, right? Because if she won't give you the hint and you go to the wrong place, you say, you've never brought me here. Who you been bringing here? This
that's
ain't
the
my
thing.
favorite place.
You don't go there until she tells you that's where she likes.
Yeah, I am not going until you tell me what your favorite place is.
Right.
Yeah.
Maddie just chimed in and said she votes for stone crab claws and
God.
filet mignon for dinner. I love the filet mignon idea, but instead of the crab claws, I would do the lobster because I'm like a lobsteraholic.
Well, if you
Love
can
it.
get them cooked right, I love some crab legs. Hadn't had any in a while. My dad
Now
used
you're
to
going
go.
to make me want to go down here to the boathouse.
My dad had this thing that we had to take him to the Chinese restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad had a way of embarrassing you, no matter where you went. But he would.
That's where he gets it from. people.
No, he would be like, the guy would come out. Oh, Mr. Lynn, blah, blah, good to see you again, and all that, and he'd say, now listen, I ain't eating these crab legs you feeding the population. You go get the good ones. He'd make them bring, and I'm sure the guy was going to get the same thing out of another thing that they normally bring out. But in my dad's mind, it was the good ones.
That's right.
And if they weren't right, he'd tell him too.
Oh, my goodness.
But anyway,
Was your dad one of those ones that goes through, would go through like the fast food restaurant and order his fries with no salt, so he was guaranteed that he was going to get a fresh batch?
I don't know. I'll tell you what he did do.
He did the crystal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, now he was particular about his crystals. They had to be off the grill.
Yeah.
Off the grill, meaning that they didn't have onions, they didn't have mustard, and they had to be hot off the grill. I mean, he'd go in there and say, I want these hot off the grill, nothing on them, just the meat and the bun.
Yeah.
And, if you brought them with all the onions and the mustard and the pickle and
He
all that
wouldn't take
stuff, he'd just be pissed off about that.
So that's what off the grill means. It's just a patty and a bun.
Off the
That's
grill.
right. Off the grill.
All right. And that's the key. That's the way you want them.
Yeah, off
right.
the grill. That's.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, that's how he would do it. And but what else he would. I was going to say something else before we got into that, but now I can't remember. But he was a character when it comes to. He was a
heard
truck
him.
driver for 39 years, so he's used to being in a lot of truck stops and being around people. He'd go down to the grocery store. My buddy Mike, when he started the bread business, he's delivering bread all of these grocery stores, and my dad lived over in Red Bank, so he would deliver bread over there to the grocery store at the foot of the hill.
Yeah.
And my dad would always come in, he's got to go see the girls at the deli, and then he'd go to the meat department, talk to Ed at the meat department, and work his way. And there'd be Mike putting up bread. And Mike would swear he'd try to sneak in before he got there and put the bread up. He said, man, I was working my ass off. He always caught me there. And it was 20 questions. What do you know about this? What do you know about that? What do you know about that? And, a lot of it was about me, things I weren't telling my dad. And my buddy Mike knew. And
Mike
Mike would be like,
Harwood-
I don't know anything.
Mike
he's
Harwood knows
yeah.
all the stories.
Yeah, he knows where all the bodies are buried.
He does.
And my dad knew that.
Yeah, Mike Harwood knows everything. And then I have questioned him on everything. So now I know the real story about everything.
But I was thinking about my dad the other day that, that's something neighbors used to do. Neighbors used to go see each other all the time. Like, if the man or the woman of the house kind of disappeared, then that meant they were at somebody's neighbor's house or whatever.
We used
They
to
just
do that
associate.
when I was
with
a
the women.
kid. We didn't call because, we had the house phone, but there wasn't no
The
cell
one across
phones
the
and
street on
texting.
Tuesday night, that's bridge night.
I'm just like, I'm walking over to the neighbors, and then you'd end up having dinner with them or something.
Yeah.
That's just how things
Well, that's the way kids were. They end up having dinner at somebody else's house, but if
I
it was
knew
summertime.
when I used to ride my bike to my grandma's house, if I got there and I couldn't find my grandma, walk right across the yard. I'd walk right in just walk right in the back door of the neighbor's house, and her and the neighbor lady be sitting in there drinking coffee. Just
Yep.
the way it was.
That's the way we grew up.
All right, we give you your 10 minutes back. So it's about time. There's a race coming on here. So we appreciate you guys coming back and joining us after the debacle.
And if you haven't, like the second video too.
Yes, and thank you for that. We got 18 watching. We got 16 likes. Thank you guys for doing that as well. We're getting a double play this week. Woohoo! We'll figure out what the hell's kind of updates going on next with these damn computers.
Like I was telling her, my YouTube was flickering Wednesday as well. I've seen it flicker every couple times. So
yeah, this one's been flickering since we came back on, and it's just something to do. But anyway. There is no Tuesday on the Island replay this week because they're going to do it on Tuesday. This coming Tuesday from the Pint. However, we do have Rick the Stick coming up at 5 o'clock this afternoon. 5 o'clock somewhere on the road with Rick the Stick. And make sure you check that out. No video there, just radio. Good old radio.
Good old radio.
that's right.
Good old radio. But we'll be back next week with another edition of Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man. And thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning.
See ya.
Everybody.
So long, my friends, farewell, goodbye. I'd love to stay and play and sing for a while, but it's time to hit the road. Say goodbye, so long, farewell, bye-bye. Andy! Goodbye to my friends, I'm glad you were here. It's time for us to go and get another beer. I'd like to see your smiling faces again, so goodbye, my friends, bye-bye. Thank you for the open invitation. Your kind of flaws and adulation. But look at the time, oh Lord, we gotta fly. So long, farewell, baby, bye-bye. All right, kid.
Hey there now, friends, it's time to go. But we'll return and do another show.
That's right.
When we come back, drop in and say hi. So long, farewell, bye-bye.
All right, Dirk, bring it home now. Come on. Give me a smile and a warm embrace. Pick up your coat and grab that old suitcase. I hear the whistle blowing down the track. And say for sure when we're coming back. So long, farewell, baby, bye-bye. And now we're leaving with tears in our eyes. We'll be back soon, so don't you cry. So long, farewell, bye-bye. So long, farewell, bye-bye. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Whoa.
So long, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man. We're going to roll you back to the base. So, if it sounds a little funny or the music goes out or anything like that, just refresh your app. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.